What's going on, family? It's been a while, man. We had some rain earlier, so I wanted to let that pass before I did the video. But I am here today to talk about the Perdomo Habano Robusto cigar. I've done a review on this cigar once before. Beautiful cigar, really nice wrapper. It's a Maduro, which is the color, and it is like a medium body. It could be a full cigar, but really good cigar, the Perdomo by Perdomo. And I haven't had one in a long time. So I wanted to do and talk about this cigar, talk about my 3 years since my first cigar. So just to show y'all what else I have, I'm not going to do a review on this, but I have a new favorite, probably in my top 5, maybe even my top 3. It is the Placencia Almaforte cigar. This is amazing, man. This is a great cigar. This is not a Robusto. Obviously, you can see the size difference. A little bit longer. So, smokes for longer. I think this is at least an hour and a half. The fast you smoke could be longer. This is one of those ones you can easily put away and come back to, and it tastes just as great. Because there's a lot of cigar here, it took me a lot longer to light this and keep it lit. But once you get that joker rolling, oh man, this is one of the best cigars that you can ever have. I actually got recommended this from a guy at a cigar lounge, and I smelled it. And I'm like, what is that, man? And he told me. And so this is going to be later, probably for my birthday. But this is going to be for tonight. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your family is well. I hope that spring, as we are now into spring, that you are looking for renewal, looking for refreshment. I feel like since 2026 introduced itself, it has been a roller coaster for a lot of people. And so I hope yours is going well. And if it is a roller coaster, I hope that things get better. Let me know if you can hear me. I do have the mic, so I just want to make sure that you can hear me. What's going on, Hayden? Mega Knight. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Vlox MA. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all tap in, man. Tap in. Jesus loves you so much. Yes, he does. Shout out to you, Daniel Greenwood. Yes, he does, man. I'm with you there. Jesus does love us. As the song says, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Shout out to you, Tiberius. Shout out to you, Diecast Car Collector. Oh, nice. You're a car collector, man. Nice. That's what's up. I like cars. Shout out to KZ, something, something. Tiberius. Say your name. Joshua Alexander. Shout out to you, Tiberius. Is that your name, Tiberius? Appreciate the sub, man. Hopefully, um, hopefully you like the content. You know, I do. I definitely appreciate the sub. We finna get this going, man. What are you going to do? Um, I got a cigar today, so I am about to smoke my cigar and chat. I like to come on from time to time, smoke my cigar, have a little chat, and talk about my 3 years since my first cigar. As I do always on this channel, I never would encourage anyone to smoke, right? That this is not my parte to encourage anyone to smoke. This is just really for those, who may enjoy smoking or who just may enjoy conversation. But I want to share what I have gained in 3 years of smoking my cigars since my first one. And I continue to debunk the misconception that people have with regards to cigars. I'm not saying cigars are healthy by any means, but cigars are just as bad as overeating. Cigars are just as bad as anything that you do in excess. I'm just saying. It's very easy for us to look at people who smoke and be like, oh, that's horrible. But I'm like, in my head, I'll be like, there are way more other things that people do outside of this that are just as horrible. What about domestic violence? That's bad. Some people do that. They don't smoke, but they hit their spouse. That's just as bad. Is that what this is about? Sometimes people like to look at it that way. Tit for tat. Oh, this is worse than that, right? Like that's not how it works, right? So we finish lighting. Nice. It's been a while, man, since I've had this. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are doing well. In my 3 years, man, since smoking cigars, one of the things I've learned is just the camaraderie around cigars. What I like about it is there's a whole community, especially here on YouTube, of people who are smoking cigars or interested in learning about cigars and things like that. Maybe because they see it in the movies and it looks cool, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger or the people in the suits, and they got the ha and the cigar, right, and all that, right? But it does way more than just look cool, which is why people like cigars. You got different cultures that smoke for different reasons, but for me specifically, I like this because one, it forces you to slow down. I've talked about this on other videos on my channel about how this forces you to slow down. Even lighting it, as y'all can see, it takes a minute. You can't rush this, right? The process itself, you can't rush the process. Um, it forces you to relax your mind. It also allows you to speak with people and gather your thoughts with what you want to say. Sometimes we be so busy in our life and just go mode that we forget that we need to relax. And this helps you do that. Now, can you relax without a cigar? Yeah. But some people's form of relaxation is actually not relaxation. There's a lot of peace that you can also gain. But I love it because it slows you down. And I also love it because it allows you, when you speak with other people who do the same thing and have the same common interests, to have great conversation. I've had a lot of deep and meaningful conversations with friends when I'm smoking a cigar, very heartfelt conversations. I've had a lot of business conversations while smoking a cigar with folks. I realize now why a lot of businessmen smoke cigars. Again, it's the camaraderie. They come together because of the status or stature that a cigar brings. It makes people think, oh, this is important, right? I'm doing important business because not only am I here in this room full of businessmen or people who do business, they're all relaxed in their business. So this helps you do that. But then also, I like cigars because of the taste. You can taste a cigar. A lot of people don't know that, other than the people who smoke cigars. And for some people, it could take a long time to taste the cigar, right? To like understand how to do it. But I'm telling you now, if you are interested in getting into cigars, again, I don't encourage anyone to do it. I'm not soliciting services that you go smoke tobacco. But if you are interested in getting into it and you want to see for yourself, I would encourage or advise that you start with flavored cigars, the ones that have flavor. That's what I started with because that's the first one that a friend of mine put me on. It was a vanilla flavored cigar. I'm like,